Hey everybody. Real quick, just want to just say how much I love these guys. I've had these two of these figures sitting in boxes for like a month, maybe a little bit more, and I finally opened them up. And Scarlet Spider, I got first. He was actually my first hot toy, and I pre-ordered him. So he's been kind of alone by himself for a few weeks, but I absolutely love these figures. I loved this game. It's one of my all-time favorite games. And I love that they added so many different costumes, and I absolutely love the fact that Hot Toys saw the opportunity there to give us a bunch of figures. I really did that. I really love this costume. Something I don't know if a lot of people know. If you got Game Informer, they were doing a big article in this game. It was a couple pages, and they were talking about the redesign of the suit, and they were like, "Yeah, well, booties are cool, but they got rid of boots, in place of the sneakers." And another thing is that if you look at the costume, the red parts were designed to be thicker, and they are in the costume because they're supposed to be more padding, somewhat more armor. So the blue is for more flexibility, and you see it here between like the parts where he would need to have more flexibility, shoulders and arms, around the hip and the waist. But then the reds are wherever he would need more padding to take more damage. That's pretty much what it was. And I thought that was really cool. And from the time I first saw it to actually playing the game and seeing it in action, I absolutely fell in love with the costume. Love the redesign. I love that there's armor on the hands and the knuckles, the white part there, kind of like an armor. I just love the design of the figure. The spider being drowned out by the light, the different texture on it. I love the design of the figure. I love that they were able to bring you classic costumes, things you may have never seen. You may have had to wait for Sideshow to do one of these costumes because that's what Sideshow does. They do their comic book stuff. Got my Sideshow Thor, Harley Quinn, and Joker. Harley Quinn is actually very, very comic book inspired. I love it, and Joker's great. Not too many liberties taken there. You know, Batman, Wolverine, Superman. But even with that, there's the chance, like, they may not quite get it, but these costumes pretty much right out of the comic books, and Hot Toys did their thing in bringing them to life, and I absolutely adore it. This guy, cheaper than the other two, and I feel he's really underrated because in the comics I think the design was really cool and a lot of people liked it, but I think this figure is absolutely amazing. When you look at it, the details on it, just on your shelf, it's got so much attitude right out of the box. It just looks phenomenal, and so many cool little things on it, like the sneakers. They're so cool. I feel like you could literally take the accessories from here. You could take these sneakers, this belt, these gauntlets, this jacket, and totally put them on a custom figure, and have it be like some punk Spider-Man kid. And you can see these accessories. They got them on like eBay. But just absolutely love it. It's just so punk. I really dig this figure. He came with these hands right out of the box, and I just love the way they're designed. They just have so much attitude, and honestly, I think that they've got just kind of like a classic feel to them. They just look so good with the way the ribbing is on them, the web design. So really dig it. Really dig these guys too. The little spider bots. I wish I could just have more. Yeah, I hope somebody at some point maybe finds a way to make more. I mean, people are selling them for like $20, $25. I don't know if it's a $20 or $25 accessory. It's like a $5 to $10 accessory, so I wouldn't spend that much on it. But I do wish I had a bunch more. I could have them crawling all over the base. And I love the inclusion of a lot of the little spider gadgets you use. You get like the 3 different modes for the web shooters you can swap out. I love the trip mine, one of my favorite gadgets in the whole game. I think my second playthrough especially, I really got used to utilizing all the gadgets. So that was really, really cool. Keep saying, the spider plushie, which is cool. If there's ever a Mary Jane figure, it'd be nice to give her the plushie. I just absolutely dig these. These are gonna be for me what Iron Man is to some collectors. I have a feeling for a lot of people, like, I'm like, gotta get them Spider-Man figures. They got the negative suit, and I'm like, I don't think I want it, but at some point I might pick it up just because it's Spider-Man. And again, hoping that they do some older figures, like re-release the Raimi suit, updated, maybe even get a black symbiote version of that. Get get a symbiote Spider-Man, get a superior Spider-Man, superior Venom, stuff like that. All that would be really great. Put it into the next game so we can get even more figures. That would be amazing. But this is my little Spider-Man collection so far, and I can't wait to see it grow.